What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be going over the third phase in my TMNT universe, which is so far good. So let's get into it. Starting off this phase, we have a movie called TMNT Mutagen Mayhem. This is the seventh movie in this whole trilogy, which means something lucky might happen. So in this movie, we would get introduced to mutant people. We would get introduced to that fly guy and all the other characters. And the fly guy is mostly probably the main villain, where he would try to destroy New York by trying his best to bring back the Technodrome, which at this point is like destroyed, but some parts of it are scattered around the world, and the turtles have to find that, embarking on a long journey in this movie where the turtles slowly split into little hives, so we learn more about every brother. But sadly, Raphael is not in this movie. It is just three brothers. So it's not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles minus one. The next movie is easily where the last one ended off. TMNT 8, Welcome to Chicago. Basically, they're in Chicago now. After New York was sort of taken out in the last movie, since we don't know what happened in New York, since they were embarking on a journey in the Amazon rainforest, they come back to New York and it's all destroyed. I mean, you're probably wondering, how did they fix that crap from the last trilogy? But rest assured, your question does not crap matter. But now the turtles must embark on another place to fight still. Chicago. And then one of the characters that are still there is Casey Jones. He actually replaces Raphael for a long time. And then also Night Watcher appears for like a couple of scenes where Leo fights him, like the 2007 movie. And then at the end of the movie, we get some sort of small scene about Raphael returning for the next trilogy. Oh yeah, the main villain is Bebop and Rocksteady. The next and final movie of the Splinter and Shredder duology is Splinter and Shredder. This movie is actually during the first trilogy, and we learn more about the turtles, not just the turtles, but we learn more about Shredder and why we know him as this rat. I mean, I'm currently writing a story that is following the first story in this universe, where we know how he got as a rat, but in this one, we're gonna learn more about him from the last movie that we never saw. In this one, we're gonna learn about both of them combined, and they have to stop Mega Shredder, which is basically not the Shredder that we know that was friends with with Splinter, but this is the one before. There was like three Shredders in this world that could go even deeper in like a prequel series talking about older turtles and stuff. The next movie is the final movie of this trilogy. It is TMNT 9, Shell Unleashed. In this movie, we are going to be unleashing hell on Chicago and both New York and all over across the world. So currently, the Turtles are just chilling in Chicago with Casey Jones, bopping out to some beats, but then all of a sudden, 6 Technodromes land all over the world, killing a mass bunch of people ending half of the world's lifespan from starting from 7 billion to about 5 million because these technodromes landed in such crucial areas that it's one of them is like small enough to fit on like everywhere. And in this movie, we learned that Mega Shredder is not dead from the last movie, and even Krang is back. I mean, it sounds like I'm excited, even though Krang is gonna have a great part in Phase 4, where he might even get a two-parter. But basically, in this movie, the Turtles are going to try their best to reverse time. You heard me right. Reverse time to bring back half of the world and then go back into that past and then kill all the Technodromes before they even existed. And guess who returns in this movie? Mother Truckin' Raphael. Raphael returns in this movie because he doesn't want to die without his bros. In this movie, he returns so he has to fight with them. And you're probably thinking, Raphael's gonna sacrifice himself to kill all the Technodromes. No, he isn't. Nobody's gonna die. In fact, they will definitely stop the Technodromes from raining the Earth. Cause Donatello is smart. He's able to he's able to hack into all the systems of the Fly Guy and then erase it all. Hack into it, place some turtle logos all over it, and then delete all the files, erase them from existence, and the Technodromes are just shot out of the sky by the military. Boom! Problem solved. Half of the world is back, and then boom! The Ninja Turtles are back for good. Boom! That's a way to end a trilogy right there. Now let's get into the show. Starting off, we got Casey Jones Chronicles Season 2. Even though the last season was about 2 phases ago, we are now getting more Casey Jones as he has appeared in the last 2 phases. He's even appeared in this phase, and it's hype. Very hype. It'll go more in depth on the Chicago storyline that we did not see in, the Chicago movie. And then we got Night Watcher Season 2. It's not called Night Watcher Season 2. It's called Raphael Returns Season 2. I like changing up the titles of the shows so you know what it's about. So in this season, Raphael returns to his brothers, and this is just a show about him with his brothers, not about him with them. He's with Casey Jones most of the show, and in fact, the main villain is those guys from that Dark Mirage comic that everyone talks about as being the most dark TMNT comic and moment. As that storyline is barely talked about. So that's what I would do for the 3rd phase. And maybe even I'll do this with other universes like MK, which I really want to do. I don't know any other characters to do it with. I'll probably put my own spin on the DCU. Just DCU. I'm honestly just still trying my best to still thrive as a YouTuber since I see my friends and stuff. They have 75 subs. And I'm trying my best to get to 100 or 1K so I can start making money off of this. I mean, I don't even know how to use a face cam, so I don't even expect to get far in my career. If someone's gonna comment on this video, just comment an app to use a face cam or something. Please.